Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Noonchi Podcast. Danny and Bobby are here. I am still technically employed, so I'm still at the office. I got like 2 weeks left, and I'm itching, man. I'm itching to leave.
Yeah, it feels good.
Dude. Oh, like, I mean, okay, so I don't think we're gonna do it. So we had a plan, right? The day before my final day, the whole company has a town hall meeting.
Yeah.
And I was kind of one of the candidates to be the presenter, which to me, it doesn't make sense because it's the day before my last day.
Yeah.
But I was supposed to present what our team has done and will do.
Yeah.
And I already told you in my mind, like, I'm not going to like blatantly like do the half-baked moment of fuck you, you're cool.
Yeah.
Right? But I know the asshole way to make everyone snicker. They're not gonna laugh hard because they can't, because they're still employed.
You're gonna give out framed photos of
No, because some high-ranking official or employee here at Collab, right? Does not know how to say the word strategy.
Oh yeah, or just okay. Right? I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
He says strategy, like the Y is missing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and no one has corrected him.
No one has corrected him.
Or maybe they have. It just hasn't.
I doubt anyone's corrected him.
I haven't.
Yeah. So and I thought it was just me and you that caught it. But one time I asked some people that deal with him a lot, and I said, have you noticed? And they all were like, oh, yeah. And I said, and you haven't corrected him? And he's like, no.
Okay.
So my thought, if I was going to do the presentation, was going to pepper the whole 10 minutes with the word strategy.
Okay.
And then if our friend goes, hey, why are you pronouncing that word that way in the middle of the presentation? I'm going to be like, it's an homage to that man who is allergic to the letter Y.
But you're gonna just reinforce that, like, he's gonna think it's okay. He's been right all this time.
No. Because once I do that, and people, like, I'm sure people are gonna bust up. I'm sure that there's gonna be some guttural, like, people are gonna be really holding it in. And that could have been my farewell gift to the workers of this company. Yeah. But I realized that might not be the best. You know what I mean? I mean, not for me. I don't care. But like, why be a dick about it?
It would be fun though if you presented for our team. Yeah. And
So I gave you like a brief rundown of sample speech.
Yeah.
So during our OKR, we had to think about what our strategy for the production team would be going forward. And we realized that the best strategy is, and I would just hammer it, and I'm gonna stick the landing on strategy.
It is funny. I mean, it's not. It actually doesn't bother me. Yeah. It's just. It is funny that we've let it go this long
for 2 years, man. Yeah. Right.
It's not one of those pet peeve things of mine.
It doesn't. It doesn't bug me. But I know that in the back of everyone's mind who speaks English at this company, they're like, "Yo, this motherfucker don't know how to say the word right."
Oh man.
And with everyone there, just make it 영어 학원 time.
I don't know how I feel about laughing about this because he's still my superior when you leave.
Fuck it, whatever.
And I don't.
Whatever. So what is your strategy of staying here?
I think it'd just be funny if that was your last thing you did at this company.
Yeah.
You went up and did the presentation for our team.
Yeah.
And at the end, you had a good sign off.
That's all my time, folks. It's been a good 2 years. Follow me on Danny Chokamki. Like, subscribe, and share that shit. Hit the notification bell, motherfucker.
Oh man.
Okay, so this past weekend,
you did your first hour set.
It wasn't technically my first. I've done it before at Comedy Haven, but in the past 4 years, it's been a while since I did my hour set.
Okay.
And I tried my best to use all new material that was not
in any previous specials.
Yeah. And I did fail. I added maybe about 10 minutes of old stuff.
But you went over an hour.
I did an hour and 10 minutes.
So technically you did an hour.
Yes. And I am, well, first of all, for those that are watching this or listening to this, who came to the show, thank you very much. It was,
You're welcome.
It is a test.
You're welcome.
It is yeah, thanks for coming. You know what? Like, to me, it's a daunting task of because I don't have a script, right? Like, I can't write the script in Korean. So I don't have, like, there's never an order in my head.
So you don't have a set list?
Barely.
Okay.
So, like, I was just kind of, as I'm talking, thinking about, maybe this will fit well here, this will fit there. And I think I gave my show a C.
A C?
Yeah. I can do a lot better. And that's why, like, I didn't feel, I was glad that I can finish the hour, go more than an hour. It seems like most people had a good time.
Okay.
Whether it was the help of the booze.
It was good. Yeah. I mean, as a audience member, I wouldn't grade it so high as a C, but I thought it was like,
D?
good effort.
A D?
Yeah. It's B for 병신, right? C for
씨발놈. So no, like, I it's a work in progress. So my plan is every month run the hour.
Yeah.
And
work out the kinks.
Work it out, and then hopefully I get to a point, within a few months that it's relatively cleaned up, so I can pitch it.
I had a great time. I actually, for once, understood 100% of all of your jokes.
Because you heard that shit before.
A lot of it I have.
I'm going to put a stop to your insulting by insulting myself first. That's the defense, right?
There were some moments that you surprised me. Like, there were some new things that I haven't heard yet. And I was very pleased. It was fun. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
It was a packed house.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people from work were there too.
Yeah.
It was fun to see their reactions.
It was good to see them, like, thank you to those who brought me gifts. They brought me booze.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. Yeah.
And so, like, I had a good time, and just kind of kicking myself in the ass for not honing it down more.
Yeah.
But what's very interesting, at the end, I didn't end with a closing joke.
Mm-hmm.
I ended it with a message.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And I almost cried on stage.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I held it in. I was like, oh shit, why am I getting emotional right now?
Yeah, because everyone's got a little bitch in them.
Yeah. No, but it was weird. I was like, what? Why? Like, I didn't even think, like, I planned on saying that message. And really the message was that it's about,
don't let my career die. Come again.
kind of, not my career. Fuck my career here. I don't care about me being famous in Korea, but like, it was kind of like, it starts off, and I talked about how 12 years ago when I first came here to do a show and you just moved here.
Yeah.
And then we got drunk after the show and you said, it'd be crazy if you can do stand up in Korean.
Yeah. And I heard you, as you were saying that, I was like, wait, he's talking about me?
Yeah. And I was like, nah, I don't know how to speak. They don't have that here. I don't speak Korean that well. I still don't. But, and then every year I came to visit, like, somehow it was in the back of my mind until when I moved here and I met these kids that did stand up. Mm-hmm. Like, they did it like twice when I first met them.
Yeah.
They were awful. So I decided to help them out. Mm-hmm. But within the 5 years that I've lived here, many people, and a lot of them are influencers and celebrities and whatnot, have told me to my face that stand-up's not going to work in Korea.
Yeah.
It's fucking crazy. Like what you're doing is like very admirable, but it's crazy, right? And I was like, yeah. And I go, to be honest, they're right. Anyone that does stand-up comedy in Korea are 미친놈s. But you guys are supporting this 미친놈's endeavor. And please continue to help not just me, but all the other 미친놈s on the wall.
You're getting a little glassy-eyed right now too.
No, it's because I'm still hungover. And so like I said that, and and while I was saying that, I was like,
yeah.
다른 미친놈들도 응원해 주세요.
It was a nice message at the end.
Yeah.
It wasn't your traditional way of like dropping the mic,
yeah.
but it was. I came with a friend, with a Heung, and he had a great time. So it made it. I felt I was gonna feel bad if he didn't have a good time, but
he's good, dude.
We talked about it all night. Yeah.
I'm pretty fucking good.
Everyone was good too.
I'm pretty fucking good. Those guys suck. I'm
the openers.
I'm pretty fucking good right now. But no, so like it was fun, and I'm my goal is to always get better. And now, so what happened was we called. So obviously, I called in some. It's my show, so call in some people that I knew that were going to buy some booze.
Yeah.
And I called one of my close Hyungs, and he spent, basically he alone spent or spent half of what we made that day.
Oh, and there was like 80 people there.
Yeah.
So he
basically covered about 40 to 50 people's worth of.
Oh, okay.
Of booze there.
Damn.
You know what I mean? And
he bought the expensive stuff on the menu.
Oh yeah. He bought there was only 2 bottles of Royal Salute
in the building.
And I told the club to get those bottles because eventually that Hyung I knew was gonna come.
Oh, okay.
And I knew he was gonna spend that money. And so he did, and I was so grateful. But then now that he spent that much money, like I'd have to like hang out with him and talk to him, and not as a chore. I've done it, I've hung out with him a lot. So long story short, after that night, I drank till 10 in the morning.
Those bottles of Royal Salute?
Oh no.
You kept going after?
We kept going.
Okay.
And we went to 10 in the morning.
Jeez.
And I was like, holy shit, this is bad, right? So I drunkenly got to my house at 10 a.m. And apparently I ordered some McDonald's breakfast, but I passed out.
Oh.
Right?
Yeah.
So I wake up and I'm at like 3 p.m., right?
Yeah.
And I'm like, wait a minute, I thought I ordered McDonald's last night, right? Or this morning. So I opened the door and there was a bag of my McDonald's breakfast. Fucking cold. It was
they
there.
Probably knocked on the door and just like left.
They just they left it there. So
did you pay?
Yeah. Well,
it's a prepaid
It's
thing.
like the app, the pay-out apps, right?
Okay.
So I was like, I guess. And I tell you what, a McDonald's Egg McMuffin when it's been chilling for like 6 hours.
Yeah.
Don't taste that good.
It's not as good?
No.
Oh, really?
No.
You didn't even nuke it.
I ordered 2. So I ate the first one because I was lazy and hungover.
Yeah.
And I was like, I gotta nuke the second one. But it's not as good, man, because I don't know what it is. So a lesson to you guys. Cold pizza, perfect.
Perfect, yeah.
Right?
I love cold pizza.
Yeah. Cold McDonald's Egg McMuffin with a mushy ass McDonald's hash brown.
That doesn't sound very appetizing.
No bueno. Actually. Right? So
I did not end up home at 10 a.m., but I did end up going pretty late. I went to your show, hung out a little bit after, but my friend and I went to Rush after, and we got a bottle. We had one bottle at Keep, and then we got another bottle, and that one we kept because we couldn't get through it. But I was pretty drunk because I shared a bottle of Jameson with him at the comedy club, so we were pretty drunk by the time we left. I didn't spend, half of the budget.
No, dude, I saw you. I saw you spend some money. I was like, oh shit, Bobby.
Bought a few bottles.
Yeah, that's. I don't know what your strategy is about buying these, but it was like, it was a good time. Now, I mean, a part of the reason why I'm quitting here or the job here is to focus on the club, so that the turnouts would be similar to this past Saturday.
Okay,
but for Fridays,
you got to work on it though. You got to do more marketing,
right.
Like even on the business side, get more bottles of Royal Salute.
No, yeah, absolutely. Like just try to like upgrade, and on top of that, just at the very least, be a fucking salesman for the club, right?
Yeah,
and so that's something that I feel like needs to be done. And out of everyone that's involved in the club, I might be the best one to do it.
Okay.
So that's why it just made me go, dude, if we did, so on Saturday there was a 6:00 show, and then my show was at 8:30. And the 6:00 show had 70 people, and the 8:30 show had 80 people. Right. And so I was like, all right, that's just in ticket sales. Like, that's good. Plus,
that's great.
Plus the food and booze and whatnot. And then now I got to try to attract some high rollers.
Yeah.
And so I already talked with one of the openers from Pichiktayak, and he promised that he will bring famous people.
Nice.
And I said, yeah, well, we won't even let them pay cover, but they got to buy a lot of fucking booze. Right. And they're like, yeah, got it. So, that's, and then just the idea of figuring out how to get people to drink more.
You know what I like about the menu? I didn't realize, because I never really seen the menu till Saturday. But you guys do that QR code thing where the menu, you see it on your phone.
Right.
Which is great, because you know how like when you have printed out menus,
right,
and they're always changing, and people just scratch them out or put a sticker on top. Yeah. I hate it when it's a sticker over the price, because it's not less. It's always like, they add on one on here too. That's the worst. It's kind of like, you might as well say, "Oh, we're out, sold out." But
yeah, so there's still been growing pains, but I think it's gonna be hopefully it does well, and Sunday did not exist for me.
So you just stayed home with your 2 Egg McMuffins in your stomach.
Yeah,
just like
I woke up at 3, ate those shitty ass Egg McMuffins, went back to sleep. I woke up at 8, ate dinner, and then I tried my best to go back to sleep at like midnight, and that was it. So I was up for like 6 hours yesterday.
Just recovery day.
Yeah. That's rough, man. Like my body. As you get older, I realized that you shouldn't be drinking at any age. To be honest, you shouldn't be drinking till 10 a.m. Right, and that's a lesson to you young kids out there. You think it's gonna be a good
10
idea?
10 a.m. I don't know.
It's never a good idea to drink till 10 a.m.
All right. Well, I will say, I got home maybe at 2 a.m., maybe 2 or 3 a.m., and it was pretty late, pretty bad for me.
Right.
I haven't been drunk in a while like that. Even at my birthday, I didn't drink that much. And it was even worse though. I couldn't sleep in and open my door to McDonald's. I had to wake up 9 a.m. I slept until 9. Had to bathe the kids because we went to church. You had to get to church by 11, and we don't have a car. So I got to take a stroller and then one on a baby Bjorn, and it takes us a while to get to church. So I
No one told you to bust a nut twice.
But I was hungover, and so we did that. And then we had a full day. Afterwards, we walked over to Kondae, got lunch, went shopping around Common Ground, that area. Mm-hmm. And then I had to go all the way to COEX to return a pair of shoes I bought that were the wrong size. So we ended up going to COEX, walking around there, and not getting home till a little past dinner time. So I had a full day of just being hungover outside at church and Sunday school. And I had this one moment of, I was holding the baby in Sunday school. My wife is taking care of Benji. And someone comes over with a piece of paper because it's the first time we brought our daughter out, and so they're asking me these questions like, oh, what's your daughter's name? And they wrote it down. And it's like, and then they got to, when's her birth date? And then I totally blanked. I was like, I think it was in March. And they were just like laughing at me. And so I asked my wife and she's like, it was March 11th. And I was like, it wasn't the 12th? I was so out of it. I felt terrible, like an awful father. But now I know it's March 11th, 3/11.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm still a little hungover, to be honest, right now. But
yeah. So, I'm still employed, so it's just habit to see what's trending, at least in Korea. Mm-hmm. So last night, the Korean internet went crazy. K-internet went crazy.
Why is that?
Because the soccer player, Heung Min of the Tottenham Spurs, on the final game of the season, scored 2 goals to become the top goal scorer of the English Premier League.
This season?
This season.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So, he's the first Asian to ever lead the English Premier League, which is, one of the major leagues. That and the Spanish League and the Italian leagues are probably the top 3. And he's the first dude to do it.
Oh, wow. I didn't know. First time hearing about it.
And so, the Koreans, and it's funny is that, you see the Korean pride, just oozing, this dude from a small country is the top goal scorer, and so which made me go on a rabbit hole of Heung Min highlights, which was great. But then here is my thoughts, my take. Heung Min is a very well-behaved, polite person in interviews. That's the image he portrays, and I'm sure he's a super nice guy and whatever, right?
Okay. I think I know what he looks like, but I might be wrong.
He kind of looks like Lee Seung-guk, the guy that. Kind of looks like.
Okay, yeah,
right.
I know which guy it is.
Yeah. Now, I'm sure he's a great guy and blah 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 blah. But personally, and I think it's because I come from America, I want my sports stars to have a little bit of a mean streak in them. I want them to talk shit a little bit, or you know what I mean, or just kind of, I don't know, like Michael Jordan, Jordan, like for example, in the middle of a game, Mutombo's like, Michael, he sounds fucking like he's a demon, right? He goes, Michael, I bet you can't shoot free throw with your eyes closed. And he goes, oh yeah, and he shot the free, that kind of like swags, like shit talking, you know what I mean? Even in the fight game, like Conor McGregor, like Floyd Mayweather, I don't necessarily, I like better other fighters, but they're the ones that make the most money because they talk a lot of shit. Yeah. You know what I mean? Larry Bird talked a whole lot of shit.
But there are soccer players, I'm sure, that are the same.
Yeah. I'm
it's
sure
just
there
that
are.
This guy, the Korean guy.
Yeah.
Is he not? He doesn't.
No, he's super like,
super nice.
super like, in the interviews, like I He goes, oh yeah, I like to thank my teammates for the support. Like nobody wants to watch that.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
It's very forgettable.
Yeah,
sure.
Every now and again he'd be like, fuck yeah, I knew I was gonna score. This motherfucker can't guard me. You know what I mean? Yeah. You know how many
he deserves to have that kind of
a little bit of like I don't know what the word is, but just that braggadociousness, like sure. When you see a lot of basketball players like Mike, like Kobe, there's probably hundreds of times that's captured on footage where he makes a shot and he shakes his head and he looks at the crowd and goes, he can't guard me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
I want that type of like shit talking.
Sure.
A little bit. Not all of it.
Braggadocious is a good word. Very Mary Poppins and shit.
A spoonful of sugar. No, but like I don't know, man. Like I feel obviously I'm not telling Heung Min to be like a dick all of a sudden. I don't think that's in him. And I think like Korean, what do you call it? Like Koreans kind of frown upon.
Oh, like being like a
little bit of a show off, a little bit whatever.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? But I don't know because like
잘났어.
But here's the thing though, like as the generations come and go, right? Like even like with Korean hip hop, there's motherfuckers that are talking about like I make this much money. They're flexing on Korean hip hop, right? Yeah. I'm the shit, that type of attitude.
Right.
So when those kids, when athletes grow up and listen to this type of music, every now and again, I think sooner or later, there's going to be a Korean athlete goes, I fucking good.
Yeah.
I'm best.
I mean, especially when you can prove it, right. Everyone deserves a mic drop every now and then.
Right.
But like, yeah, I mean, if you're not that great and you're talking shit, then that's unacceptable. But yeah, every now and then, like, yeah, when you're killing it, I think for him not to have that kind of personality, but if he came out of nowhere and did it, it'd be very acceptable. Everyone would love him for it.
Right.
So he just needs to get the word,
And apparently his story is like his father is like super militant. Okay. He lives with his father.
Oh, really?
And his mom or his family. And like, the father trained him since he was a kid. He still trains him. Very strict on him. No dating, no marriage.
Wow.
Until he retires.
Wow.
So apparently he's been true to his word.
You guys go to the same pibuka?
That joke will make sense once you come to the show on June 18th at the Seoul Comedy Club. No, but like to me that kind of shit is like it's an interesting. I don't know, man. Like I don't know if there's such a term as a tiger dad, but in terms of sports, that's what he is.
Okay.
So I'm sure his father is going to be like, motherfucker, you better not be braggadocious. You know what I mean? If he's old school like that.
Okay.
Yeah. Is there
I'd like to see him do it, though.
Like, okay, in terms of like, because you're not really a sports guy, right? So like, let's say in not a sport, but let's say in music, are there people that you like that are a bit braggadocious, but you respect his or her craft?
Like Kanye West?
Yeah, yeah.
I think Kanye West to a certain extent, like I can accept his his confidence, but it's more acceptable these days. Like for me, it's more like Jay-Z or Nas in the hip hop game. I guess I don't know that many hip hop artists, but like in folk music, I don't know, maybe Willie Nelson, because he just doesn't give a shit.
But has Willie Nelson been like, I'm kind of the shit, on press
on his classical guitar?
Yeah. You know what I mean? Or
ain't no one better than me.
Yeah.
I'll tell you straight now.
And,
Nobody better than me.
I'm sure like Willie Nelson, he gets stoned a lot, right? So I'm sure like one high moment on stage.
But Johnny Cash kind of had an attitude, right, about that. But I don't know if it was so much braggadocious, but he did go against the grain, like played in prisons and stuff when his label didn't want him to.
Right.
So yeah, like I mean, in that sense, like when you're not expecting it,
right?
I think it's even more impressive. Like
so Bob, I think you should change your tune, your attitude.
Yeah, I mean, if I did some folk songs that were like diss songs, where I'm dissing other folk artists, just be like,
but do it in a smooth, like in your style.
Yeah.
But the lyrics are like
that's not a bad idea.
Yeah.
Like I could probably, I can't do it to anyone that I respect, or like maybe I can respect them, but I can't do it to like my heroes.
Right.
But maybe someone that's still popular.
Yeah, Johnny Cash is back. Ding, 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 ding. Bob Dylan,
like who are those
suck
kids?
my dick.
Who are these guys now? Like Ed Sheeran.
Yeah.
I think he would not get mad but who am I? Who's Big Phony?
Exactly.
But if I sang a song like Ed Sheeran is overrated, kind of like.
Oh yeah, dude. Let's start beef in the indie folk song community.
I mean, I guess they do that. Taylor Swift sings about her ex-boyfriends, and I don't know what she sings about, but she does like diss them and probably says they have small penises and stuff. But that kind of is in that vein of, kind of shit talking this
small
tracks.
I doubt Taylor Swift has lyrics about John Mayer's dick.
Oh,
do you know what I mean?
But you never know. It might be in like some sort of metaphorical like delivery.
But it's interesting is because like I don't know what you call him, but like there's a Korean singer named Changia.
Yeah.
Right? And so he used to date IU.
Yeah, right. I remember that.
And so there are certain songs that I don't even know if they're songs, they're just like
lyrics,
spoken word.
Oh, okay.
with beats to it, or music to it. But some of the lyrics are metaphors to sex.
Oh, really?
But he was saying it. Those songs came out while he was with IU.
Oh, really? So
people were like, "Is he talking about IU?" But it's like more like climbing down the two mountains, like going down the, and you saw a forest, right, like that kind of like whatever,
Oh, okay. So it wasn't an outright thing. It was more like, it could be, it couldn't. People were just kind of speculating.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
So like, people like that. But, like airing out your dirty laundry via music is that's been done.
Yeah, but, it has been done.
But like not rap, anything outside of rap or rock, something that's slower paced, a low BPM.
Yeah.
And you're
folk music,
and you're shit talking like whoever, you know what I mean?
Well, Dolly Parton wrote some song, like Jolene wrote it about this woman she's pleading with to not take her husband. Like I guess that's an old school kind of similar song. But I mean, I could probably I would test it out with maybe a friend. I'll do a diss track about David Choi. Or like Go Nakamura. Or Enoch. Or someone like that will be okay with it.
And you think, and you should invite them to be in your music video.
Yeah. Oh, then I guess it kind of cancels it out.
Yeah. I mean, it's gonna be like, does this motherfucker really hate me? So like, I don't know. I don't know if it's just that I am a fucked up person, but is it a fucked it a quality of a fucked up person to want to see drama? You know what I mean? Beef. Like, it's fun to see, like...
No, I think everyone likes drama, whether you admit it or not. Like, these days, I don't like drama, like, so much that I talk about it and I, like, make songs about it and stuff. But then I'm obsessed right now with watching YouTube shorts on the whole Johnny Depp Amber Heard, the whole court case stuff.
Are you team Amber Heard or are you team Johnny Depp?
I mean, at this point, I just think they're both crazy. You know, I just like think celebrities live on a different planet than we all do, right? And so it doesn't surprise me, all the drug use and all that stuff. Like, it's not part of like normal society. So there's gonna be crazy things that happen. Right. So I don't trust either of them fully. Though I tend to lean towards Johnny Depp's side. Because, you know, he's gone 30 plus years without any accusations of
domestic violence.
And all that. And so all of a sudden in his 1 year marriage or whatever, how short it was, he becomes a wife beater. Like, that's a little suspect to me. I'm not going to say whether or not it could couldn't happen. Sure. Like, that could definitely happen. Right. You know, it just takes so much to, like, maybe it was the straw that broke the camel's back kind of situation. I don't know that.
Although, like, you know, like, there, you know, obviously there was one part that I got hooked on was about how she pledged.
ACLU.
To donate all her
Children's Hospital.
Yeah, what was it? 7 million, 70 million, whatever it was, right?
3.5 million to each. So 7 altogether.
So she got the settlement apparently, and so Johnny Depp's lawyer goes, "So did you donate the money that you said you were going to donate?" It's like, "No, yes, I did." It's like,
did you donate? Yes, I pledged all 7 million. She kept saying and looking at the jury, right?
I pledged.
No. Answer the question.
No, to me, I believe pledged and actual donations are the same thing. And I was like, no, it's not. Right. So, like, stuff like that is where I'm like, what the fuck are you, like, how are you trying to spin this to make it look good? You know, I either say no, I didn't. And then
the whole thing with that was like, it was like she got the money, right? And she said, "Well, I was being sued by my husband, so I couldn't do." But she wasn't sued until 14 months after, something like that. Right. So we're in that time. How come you didn't donate what you pledged? You know. So then it comes like, all right, that's a big point.
Right.
I think at the very end, I've been thinking about this, and I heard someone. I think it was Joe Rogan that said it. Johnny Depp doesn't care to win or lose. He just finally gets to, you know, get all this stuff out in the open. Right. You know, and have the public court make a decision. Right. And, you know, as it stands now, I think he's already won in that aspect.
Yeah. Because like, she looks like a crazy person.
Well, at least to the people that are part of the Justice for Depp kind of. Right. But then again, that might just be my algorithm. Because I'm only getting one side. Like everybody just.
Man, it's like, you know, what would it say? Like, all our social media is our very own echo chamber, right? So you get kind of what.
But I'm addicted to that drama. You know, I'm not addicted to the actual case. Yeah. Like I don't really care which way it goes.
That's why, like,
that invested.
That's why, like, you know, the National Enquirer, you know, like when you go to the supermarket and then that the trash magazines that are always there, and then I'll never buy it, but them headlines are crazy, you know, and you're just like, oh shit, that's some wild shit, yo. Yeah. But that to me, like, drama, and you know, like NBA drama, like, it's so, like, you know how you were talking about like if you can back it up, then trash talking is all right. But if you're not, so there's this current player named Patrick Beverley, right? He plays on the Minnesota Timberwolves, right? He's a role player, good defense, kind of annoying, aggressive defensive player. Not really much of a scorer or star. Because he's not on the playoffs anymore, he comes on, they bring him on ESPN to talk about the series going on. And Chris Paul, who it was on the Suns, they were the best. They had the best record in the league, but they lost the playoff series. They asked Patrick Beverley what he thought, and he says, everyone in the NBA knows Chris Paul is a cone. He can't move, can't defend. Like just shitting on him on live TV, right? And then so some people, including other former basketball players, goes, Patrick Beverley doesn't have the credentials to say that kind of shit. While other people go, that's Patrick Beverley. You know he talks shit.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
So blah, blah, blah. And I'm just like, so what does Chris Paul have to say about it? You know what I mean? Like, you like
the drama.
Like I am such a, it's high school, man. Like you can't, I felt like by the time I get 40, I don't need to see that, or I don't want, but that shit is so interesting to me. You know? But in all honesty, it's like empty calories in your mind and your soul, right? But it's fucking the flaming hot Cheetos of shit. You know what I mean?
It's very true.
Yeah. I've been my YouTube algorithms right now are like NBA playoffs, pro Street Fighter matches.
Okay.
right. Yo, man, Street Fighter has changed. Have you ever watched what Street Fighter 5 now and 6 is going to come out soon or whatever? Street Fighter 5 is not the Street Fighter you remembered. It's so much more advanced, and I'm just like, these motherfuckers are amazing. Like, I don't know how to do any of this stuff. And I'm just like watching going, wow.
They're gonna eventually Street Fighter 6 they're just gonna, make it live.
Yeah, just fight each other. No, but like, like I am not a gamer, but like I watched a few like gaming documentaries like League of Legends or like just eSports in general, and that got caught in my algorithm. So there's a channel, I forget, the Score eSports or whatever, right? Where they do like 15-minute documentaries on a certain team or a certain player. Like, the eSports version of Heung Min in Korea is that kid Faker, right? He's like the League of Legends god, right? And so he's making $10 million plus a year, right? Being this, right? Which to me, like we come from the school of you're gonna be bullied, you're a fucking loser if you become a pro gamer, to now it's a viable and lucrative occupation.
I mean back in our days, like the best you could do is go to a Super Mario Brothers like competition. The wizard.
Savage.
And you get like
the glove,
swag,
the power glove. No, but like you see this like like the history of like, for example, Tekken, right? Tekken, it's like a fighting game, right? But it's apparently harder than Street Fighter or the other games, right? And it used to be dominated by the Koreans before the internet or in the early internet stages. And then all of a sudden, like it started getting mixed.
Tournaments.
Yeah. And then what country out of the blue is now one of the top hotbeds of Tekken? Pakistan.
Oh, really?
Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, so like to me, that shit's like, I rarely play Tekken, so whatever, but shit like that's interesting to me.
Yeah, that is interesting.
So where did these Pakistani motherfuckers, they have an underground scene that have practiced and to come up and be the tops of the world at Tekken.
Nice.
Yeah. But yeah, cool. I mean, so the video game world is fascinating. I don't know how to play any of it. When I see the League of Legends, like the gameplay, And and the funny thing is like you hear like the play-by-play, the color commentators go, oh my god, oh, quadra kill, no, he's going for the pentakill, and I'm just like, I don't see what the fuck is going on, right? Like I don't know what's going on. Yeah. It just blinking to me, right? But like I'm fucking old, I guess. So yeah, I mean that's my YouTube algorithm right now, and that's what I was watching yesterday. Drama.
Yeah, my whole algorithm is just the Johnny Depp Amber Heard thing.
Really?
Yeah. If it's not that, it's podcast clips or Dave Chappelle clips come up. Some of Bill Burr stuff comes up.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and then I don't know when it's coming out, but Norm Macdonald filmed this special
crazy
before he died.
Yeah,
and
that no one knew about. But apparently it's really good.
Yeah,
can't wait to see it. Crazy.
Wow. I mean, I didn't film a special, but like I didn't read that article, but kind of briefly perusing through it, like he was already kind of in bad shape when he was, so like, you know what I mean? Like the crowd can tell that something's not right when you're on stage, whether it's health-wise, emotionally, or whatever. Like no matter how much you can hide it.
Yeah.
And so, I'm curious, like
what state
he was in when he was doing that stuff, like because like. When it comes to, I don't know about like music, but for stand-up, like I can see somebody and be like, oh, this motherfucker's like out of his, like it's not it's not prepared, or he's freestyling, or something's wrong with him right now, or her, and so I'm just curious to see like what state he was in while he was doing the special, because dude,
me too.
I didn't do much moving around for my hour set, but afterwards I was exhausted. So it is
taxing.
Yeah, physically and emotionally.
Sure.
Yeah. So
and music, same goes for music too. Yeah. You're working out stuff until you go on tour. Basically, you do a lot of like. I mean, for me, I haven't done shows in such a long time, but and I played on my birthday, but man, it made me feel like really weak. Essentially, that's what I was, because I haven't been hitting the gym,
right?
And then so it's about getting to a place where, all right, you're fit, you're ready to get out there, you're ready for fight night, essentially,
right.
So, Norm Macdonald, I forget what kind of cancer he had, but for him to have a secret, I guess a special that he filmed before he passed away. That's
what is that word? Released posthumously? Is that what they
call it? Something like that.
Yeah. Because even Patrice O'Neal, he didn't have a video special, but he had an audio album.
Yes, that's right. That's right. Yeah.
Yeah, called Mr. P, and that was great too.
I have, just for the record, I have music that I've never released, like in demo format, a bunch of it. So if I go too early, if hard drives still are accessible, like then maybe my kids will find it and then they can play it for themselves.
And they'd be like, no wonder he didn't put this out.
Man, I hope to get back in the studio soon.
Yeah, man. As someone who is a performer and a creator, like I don't know what I would do if basically I'm not forced, but if I had to stop writing and doing stand-up, like I really don't know if there was any real reason to go on for me. I'm not saying that I'm not saying that I'm gonna fucking like kill myself or whatever, but just the idea that like a big thing in my life that I
it would be
rely
a
on.
huge void in your life
Yeah,
if you just cut that off.
Yeah. So yeah, I definitely I mean I can't imagine like
it's the same with me. Like for when I see live music, it kills me. Some part of me is like slowly dies because I know that used to be my life. Whether I was good or bad at it, it was something that was fulfilling for me. So for me, it's like, at one point I was putting an album out every year. And I have like 14 albums out, but then it's starting that this will probably be the longest that I haven't put out an album.
Right.
But I've been writing, I have enough songs. I have like 3 albums worth of songs. So it's just a matter of getting in the studio and having the time and the freedom to do it. But, I also have 2 kids. I have a full-time job. I have my emotions. So I got a lot of shit on my plate now. So it's like just figuring out how to balance those things better.
So there's earlier I talked about Changia, right?
Yeah.
His recent song he has, basically the lyrics and the title of the song is "I'm Not Jealous of You." So it's basically everyone that's like flexing, has the blah blah blah, has whatever. Like I'm not, I don't give a shit. That's really the lyrics of the song.
Yeah.
So you should go the other way around and be like, yeah, I'm jealous of you. Oh man, dude. Like, but remember we talked about like after good set or bad set, like there's an emptiness that you feel. Oh, it hit me hard. I felt fuck. Well, I mean, I was hungover too, but while I was drinking, I was just thinking, like, I was just kind of aimlessly staring at just some random point in the room and just kind of like, just going, that was it.
Yeah, it's probably it's a real thing. Like,
I talked about
most
double
people
fisting in Korean. That's probably gonna shock. No one's probably ever in public heard about double fisting.
I saw someone today at the office, and I was like, "Hey, so what'd you think? Like, was there anything that he went too far?" He's like, just one thing. It was this. How do you say? How do you say? And all he had to do was this, and I was like, "All right, okay, yeah, I agree."
Yeah, but like, to me, it was always like, it's always fun to shock the audience because, this is what I get all the time. And this is like these punk ass passive aggressive motherfuckers, right? That go, oh, like this is 19금 means like rated R, right? Or 19 and over, right?
Yeah.
And so they like, oh yeah, it's a rated R show. Like I want to, okay, right? And then all of them fucking Noonchi, right? And so I came up with the phrase, or the Korean term for those Koreans that are or I don't say culturally, but socially they're conservative, or they pretend to be conservative. They're like, they 눈치봐 over the top.
Yeah.
And they pretend to be uncomfortable with dirty shit when they're just as dirty.
Yeah.
There's a term for that. It's a curse word, but they're called 십선비. Right?
Okay.
선비 is like old school, like I'm a scholar and I'm not a worker.
Oh yeah.
Whatever,
okay.
right? Ship is like shipseki, like that.
Yeah.
That's what it is, right? And so I find joy in fucking with those people because, like, some people they'll act like, oh, this is too much, and then on the reviews be like, oh, it wasn't hard enough.
Oh yeah.
Right. So that'd be like, oh yeah. So one time I said, some of you motherfuckers have been writing that kind of shit. So I'm gonna take it to a place where if you say it's not hard enough, then you should go to jail.
It's your problem. You're the problem.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's kind of my my attitude on it, and but again, there was like this void afterwards. There's a big hole. It's weird. Like it's the reactions were great. I don't want to say I killed, but like the reactions were good. But afterwards I was just like,
I feel you, man. You did a great job. I would feel the emptiness the next day too. I wanted to stick around actually and hang out with you, and like, but then it was just the cards didn't work out that way.
You wouldn't have.
10
a.m.
It would have been bad.
Yeah, that would have been really bad.
All right, man.
Well, we're supposed to have a guest next week.
We'll see.
Yeah. Because schedule has been swapped on us. But Bob, let's stop recording because it's getting really hot in here.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
All right.
Thanks for listening.
Later, guys.
Like, share, subscribe, press the alarm, whatever. Do whatever the YouTubers tell you to do. And see you next week.
Peace.